That's far enough. The burly fellow standing in front of you of the bridge is unhurriedly peeling an apple. He glances at you, barely bothering to take a break from his task. I've told you 100 times there's quarantine. Stay on your side with the rest of the afflicted. The healer will arrive soon. Chieftain's orders. I'm an honored guest of your chieftain. I'm an honored guest. Yeah, the guard looks up at you. An awkward smile appears on his face. All right, for you, I think I can make an exception. No sense in keeping you with the sick. You look decent. I mean, you look good. Anyways, I don't want any problems. Okay. That just implied that we were one of the sick? Or are the non-sick on this? I'm very confused. Are these like the normal? Oh, who are you? You have a name. Oh, hello. A lean, tall man behind the counter turns towards you. The suit he's wearing doesn't immediately catch the eye, but it's expensive. His thin lips stretch into a friendly smile. Welcome! I'm Arson Cray. Thanks for coming to my humble shop. Gundren's guests are my guests. Where are you and your companions from? Distant place. The man nods as though he's heard that reply. A distant place? Why, most certainly. This place here, Gundren, is like a tiny seed swept up by a hurricane. Swept up and cast far, far away from anywhere inhabited. But anyways, forgive my curiosity. I imagine you have questions. Would you like to see my merchandise? Show the stone looks old and valuable. What do you think? It's nothing remarkable. A common occult item, straight out of old Sarkorian, judging by its exterior. If you wish to sell it, I can offer you 1,500. Sorry for not being able to go higher. It's not what you call fast moving. Nah, I think I'll keep it. Show me your wares? Let's see what he has. Oh. Oh, wand of neutralized poison. That's always nice. What is that? That is pretty. Huh. Let's see what else we got. First aid kit. Wait, first aid kits. Huh. Oh, scorching bracers. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so he's got some decent stuff. Let's see. Anything else? Tab. There we go. I literally was just pressing buttons until I could figure out which one. No, I don't know you.
We do it my way.
Yeah, we do, girl. You tell them. Where are we going, though? Like, we're supposed to go talk to Savorn? I don't know where Savorn went. There was a lot of dialogue earlier. Is Savorn here? Bodyguards. Chieftain's house. Right, Savorn's the chieftain. So this would make sense, right? Bodyguard. Numerian spellcaster. Aha! Hello! How did you even get across to this side? I'll be having a few choice words with the guards. Come in, since you're here. Is the town in need of help? He spreads his arms wide as if trying to encompass the entire settlement at once. This is Gundrun. Of course it needs help. Always. The only question is, which of our problems can I place on your shoulders? Let me look at those shoulders of yours. They look sturdy enough. I think I have a job that will fit you nicely. Do you need help with the quarantine? No, I'll handle it just fine. I've already sent off for a healer. Bajor, my advisor, took care of it. The healer is delayed in coming, of course. He clicks his tongue in frustration. You'd think he'd hurry his nag a little after the fortune I paid him. Well, no point in fuming over it. He'll be here any day now. Why won't you let Yasena help? If you've talked to her, you probably understand the reason yourself. She's heedless one. She believes Serena will protect her from everything. She'll walk through fire armed with her with that faith. The disease is dangerous. 3 of our people have died already. That's why I've put all the sick in one house to put a guard on the door. It's the safest thing to do until the healers get here. There's something else. The reason why Yissa is so troubled by the whole thing. The disease reared its head after the feast day. Do you know which feast it was? The one in honor of our wolf. Yasena is in charge of the preparations every year. She torments herself. She feels guilt. And it takes a clear head to deal with any serious job. You have an advisor? Yeah. His name is Bjordulf. I brought him here all the way from Numeria. He was in my party. He wasn't much use in combat, but he has applied himself here. What do you know about the disease? Yeah, barely anything. It all began right after the feast in honor of Serena. They hadn't even taken the garlands off the gates that evening when the first one fell sick. Maybe they brought in the disease along with some foreign goods. Maybe it's something else, but people are hurting and dying. Talk to Bajord, he can tell you more. Your people might not last until help arrives. His hands curl into a fist and his brow furrows. I'm aware, he yells, but then quickly cools his temper. What do you suggest I do then? I can't get a healer from Ustalv. The border is closed. Not that I want anything to do with those schools. Alright, it can't hurt. Go have a look if you like. I'll tell my people to let you go where you please. But Yasena is not allowed to go anywhere near the sick. If you figure out a way to weed out the disease, come and talk, and we'll talk. Tell me about this important job. It's not my job exactly. To be honest with you, I'd rather leave everything as is, but Yissa is beside herself. She keeps nagging about it too. He frowns and looks away, then focuses his calm gaze back to you. We have a place here, a sacred grove. It's trees, stones, more trees, and shrines in the middle of it all. Have you guessed whose shrine it is yet? Our resplendent Serena's. The trouble is, demons are drawn to our sacred grove like moths to a flame. None of our young ones have ever seen the shrine's doors, let alone inside of it, and the old have all but forgotten what it looks like. I can tell you're good with a weapon, and you did not come alone either. What do you say? Will you take on this task? He seems to be studying you. Will you drive the demons out of the grove? I thought you didn't care about Yasena's problems. Is that what you figured out from our disagreement back there? I see. I'll put it this way. Yissa has a good head on her shoulders, but those tales of hers... There's a sadness in his voice, but it remains calm and firm. The time for tales is past. It is now time to make tough decisions. If Yissa had her way, she would close Gundren off to outlanders, and that would be our downfall. There are too few of us, you understand? Too few to be trying to live in a world of our own. Why won't you help her yourself? It's the quarantine. Curse it. Almost all my people are there right now. The disease struck without warning. I'll help you. Then it's settled. One less headache to worry about. Savorn smiles with visible relief. And the reward will be to your liking. We'll work something out. And another thing. I sent some lads out to scout the area in the woods. If you come across a scouting party, rest assured that they're on our side. Will you tell me about yourself? I'm the Chieftain. Savorn shrugs his mighty shoulders, his face radiating calm dignity that gives you an indication of how much the word means to him. Do you see the sword? He nods over his shoulder at the worn leather-bound hilt. I got it from my father, as he got it from his father, as he got it from his. And the one who originally forged it, let it drink the blood of his enemies. Was the Sarkorian chieftain, many moons before the fall of this land. And what was his name? Tell me, Chieftain. What is your clan name? What is the name of this fine sword of yours? Want to test me, do you? Very well, I'll present myself as is proper. I am Savorn Daughtry, son of Aswald Daughtry, grandson of Walder Daughtry. Our clan was founded by Trovan Daughtry, the great smith who trapped a dragon flame in his forge. As for my sword, he frowns. Its name was lost long ago with our homeland. My grandfather died defending his home when my father was just a babe. The sword survived, but my grandfather took its name to his grave. May I take a look? Ulbrich examines the scabbard and hilt of the sword with reverence, cautiously touching the tongues of flame etched on the guard. I knew your great-great-grandfather Wilbur Daughtry. And this blade, I've seen it in battle. Its name is Dawn Cutter. And I see that you have not dishonored it or your ancestors. Dawn Cutter. He presses his lips to the sword's handle and bows his head before Ulbrich. Thank you. Never have I been given such a precious gift. What are your thoughts on Gundren? What a thing to ask. I'm chief here, you know. My thoughts, they are the same thoughts any good father has on his child. For all their faults, they're still my children. Or, they're still my child. Savorn laughs, and laughter is resounding and pleasant. After he's done laughing, he rubs his chin. I think I regret every day I spent away from this place. This is my home, my tribe, and my tribe needs me. I won't let its spirit stiffen and wither, bound by old traditions. Mages, technology, even horned devils, for crying out loud. We will absorb it all and turn it to our benefit. One way or another, Gundren will live. I'm listening to you and I don't know what to make of it. On one hand, Chief, I'll put it plainly, you're talking nonsense. When hasn't sorcery ever helped us? But then again, he scratches his beard. Then again, you've got the Sarkorian spirit. You're talking balderdash, but you're talking like a chieftain. What are we supposed to do, friend? Old Sarkorius died 100 years ago. The whole world's been turned upside down. What used to be reasonable is madness now, and what sounded like madness now makes sense. Times have changed. Savorn gives Ulbrich a friendly thump on the shoulder, but our spirit's the same as ever, no matter what century we're in. What's your opinion of Yasena? Yissa does good work. She's a fine lass. I have no quarrel with her as the tribe shaman. Those old traditions of hers, on the other hand. How are we supposed to get anywhere if we're always looking over our shoulder? Yissa has to understand everything changes in this world, and we must change along with it. What matters is what you hold in your heart. And that's where I hold Sarkoris. Yes, this is Numerian armor, but underneath it, I am still the same descendant of the Sarkorian Chieftain. I swear it in Serena's name. There are some things you shouldn't do for the sake of surviving. There are some things that shouldn't be changed. Listen to the Shaman, Chief. It's a centuries-old tradition for every tribe to have its own shaman, and there's a good reason for it. Maybe you're right, but... He smirks. Is it also centuries-old tradition that the chieftain and the shaman have to beat each other's throats? Ulbrich lets out a booming laugh. It is, and that's the truth. What are the metal things on the wall? Where? The pipe. Oh, these? Everyone here gawks at them, but I'm used to seeing them back on Numeria. He nods at the peculiar decoration on the wall of his dwelling. That machine can predict the coming of rain. That one tells time. This one is just a trophy, a memento of a glorious past of Numerian mercenary. Yes, I'm telling you this openly. My band and I were not ashamed of it. You're not ashamed, fair enough, but you've got nothing to be proud of either. You're wrong. A victory's a victory, even if it's in a foreign land, in a foreign war. Without those victories, without the trophies and experience we brought back from Numeria, do you think Gundren would still be standing today? Thank you for your answers. You're welcome. Okay. Right you are. No time to be sitting idle. Okay, and then he said to talk this. Bidjorl, advisor to the chieftain at your service, Outlander. I'm strongly advising you against looking into this matter. Why would a famed warrior like you concern yourself with quarantine? But I wouldn't go against the chief's orders. Ask me whatever you want. How long have people been ill? Couple days since the evening of our feast day in honor of Serena the Protector. What are the symptoms? Symptoms are horrible indeed. Stomach cramps, weakness, fever. Affliction brings down strapping men, as well as children and the old. Take my advice. Do not venture close to the sick or the bodies of Serena. Serena protect those who protect themselves. Tell me about yourself. About myself? Oh, I'm not worthy of your notice. I'm just a man who does his duty. Right. So you were like, that was unhelpful. Like that was literally the most unhelpful discussion with a supposed right hand ever. So we should go talk to Yasena now. I know that she was like across the river. And I think then we'll have like a better picture of what's going on. And then after that we can go and like, yeah. I don't know where the other area would be. Maybe out here? Oh, so I bet it's here, the ruins. Okay, let's go here though. Talk to Yissa. And then my guess is we're going... Oh, no. What is this? Where we get the whole... crate. What is this? What? Sorcerer, Serena, save me. What happened to me? Somebody... What? Hey, my buddy! Why do you run away like that? You just looked at me and went, ah, why can't I see my hands? Where'd they go? Where'd my hands go? Am I dead? I'm sort of see-through. My mother told me drinking would be the death of me, and she was right. Help me, sister. You hear sobs and lamentations coming out of thin air. Who are you? So you can hear me. Thanks, Serena the Protector. I'm Donick. I'm local. I'm a friend. You're invisible. So, not a ghost. He lets out a drunken sob. Have I been cursed? Did Gramps do this to me for stealing his liquor? You drank your grandfather's liquor? Well, yeah, why not? He's old, doesn't need it. The crate's just stood there, gathering dust for goddess knows how many years. Sounds like your grandfather's an alchemist. No? He is? Come to think of it, the liquor bottles were a little small. Gramps, why would you do this to me? Stay here while I think of something. Oh, goodness. I'm staying. I'm staying. Just don't forget about me. I'm invisible. You know, I'd forget about me quicker than I could down a gill, he sobs. Oh my goodness. The drunks. No, you did not take your grandfather's old potion and think that that was a good idea. Oh, save me. Save me from this. There's no Abby. Girl, we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure out how to turn him not invisible and also help everybody. Yasena offers you a friendly nod. You chose an auspicious hour to appear on our doorstep. Wolf's home welcomes its guests. Ulbrich Olesk, servant of the Heavenly Griffin, is knocking at your door. May I cross the threshold of Wolf's home? You are welcome, guest in this house. Come in. It is an honor to have you. Ulbrich looks at the shaman in surprise as though he expected a different response. Laughing, he wags his finger at her. Surely you don't let a visitor from another tribe in so easily. What if I wasn't who I claimed to be by some Oglin or Fae? You should have tested me, asked me some questions to catch me out. Anyway, you've bidden me to come in, so I'll come in. But you should thank the gods that, this time at least, I am who I say I am. I didn't know. The shaman lowers her head like a little girl apologizing to her teacher. I keep the old ways, but so much has been lost. Thank you for pointing out my error. Why did you call me? How could I not? She cocks her head to one side and gives you a friendly open smile. You're all that fills Serena's visions these days. The visions come to me one after another, and in each one I see you and the one who walks beside you. That must be me then, and Serena is that she-wolf that appears before us in the ruins of Curtin Glen. Ulbrich pensively strokes the braids of his beard. A good omen, but what did we do to deserve it? I've never been to your town before, and sorry, I've never heard of Serena either. But she knows of you, isn't that enough? This stone looks old. Could it be from Sarkorian? Oh, may I hold it for a moment? I've never seen one before. I've heard a lot about them. The shaman takes the stone out of her hand with great care. It's so ancient, yet it still holds power. They used charms like these to honor the forest spirits. Spirits are like little godlings. They're so weak, but they're still useful. The sacred grove still has a few altars standing. You can try your luck. Perhaps your charm will awaken one of them. There's a curious thing. One of your townsmen drank a potion. He drank a potion and turned invisible. Serena, preserve us. Where did they find a whole crate? No matter, we must help the poor sap and quickly. You simply can't go around mixing potions so carelessly. Bring me the vials left from whatever they drank, and here's a short list of things I need. You can obtain one from Cray, the merchant from Ustalov, and the other from Sivorn. Once you have everything, I will help. What can I do for Gundren? You wish to help us. I knew your arrival was a good omen. I had doubts at first, for Serena's visions are not always clear. I wondered if you'd be a great boon or a great misfortune. And even though only time will reveal the truth, I'll have faith that our future is bright. Gundren's troubles are many. We are few in number. It's difficult for us to defend our home and gather food. But for as long as Serena watches over us, we remember and honor her. All will be well. The Great Wolf will show us the right path. How could it be any other way? And yet, there is one thing that has long since given me a cause to worry. Serena's shrine in the sacred grove. Once, long ago, yes, just like in the tales, a genuine smile brightens her face and makes it look very young. Long ago, the grove was a place of safety and people were free to enter the shrine. Can you imagine? Shamans of ages past could see Serena with their own eyes, speak with her just like we're speaking right now, not through obscure images and visions. Oh, how I wish I could return to Gundren to those days. She sighs, but her sadness is brief. She shakes her mane of thick hair and smiles at you. Who can say? Perhaps you've come here to change everything. The monsters at the gate, you find them troubling. It's true. Demons at our very gates. Serena sends me visions of dark, coiling evil creeping its way into the town, but I can never discern its source. We must search the surrounding lands and learn where the hunger that moves comes from. Evil, you say? You know, on our way here, we came across more than just your Serena. We also ran into some Oglin with wings like a fly. I remember it saying something about its master. Could that be what your goddess warned you about? It could well be. If only I could hear her voice more clearly. If I only knew the sacred ritual better, then I wouldn't have to guess. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a fine job. Dealing with gods is always tricky business. Bamboozled at every step you are. I haven't heard a peep from my god in a long time. Why? What did I do to anger him? Your guess is as good as mine. Where should I start looking? Her face becomes pensive, as if she's trying to summon images from her memory. Darkness, thick, rustling darkness, the smell of dirt, moisture, and stone, a splashing of water, waves crashing one by one against a shore. That's what Serena is telling me, and Serena is never wrong. Look for a place that resembles this vision, and may the Great Wolf's blessing be with you. Can I ask you about something? Serena, tell me about her. Remember how I said you already knew her? I spoke no word of lie. The White Wolf that brought you here, that was Serena, the Great Wolf of Sarkorian. Serena the swift-pawed, Serena the sharp-eyed. She gazes somewhere over her shoulder, a slight smile playing on her lips. Her fur is whiter than the coldest glacier. She breathes in time and breathes out eternity. Those were the words my grandmother first used to describe her. Ysina laughs before taking on a more serious tone. Serena is the last goddess of Sarkorian. Her keen gaze brushes over Ulbrich. Not the last, he corrects her harshly. Erevar, the heavenly griffin, still lives. Maybe other gods have survived as well, but I doubt there are many of them here. You're right on that score. Will you tell me about you? She straightens her shoulders and back. What can I tell you? I'm a shaman, the spiritual leader of our town. A gentle and wise mother who listens to anyone who comes to her with woes. I keep the traditions of old Sarkorian, listen to Serena's will, and pass it on to the people. But if you ask Savorn about me, you'll hear that I am a petulant little girl with a head full of old tales. Her soft laughter fills the air. It may be so. I will show that stubborn fool how real old tales can be. How'd you come to be shaman? I am delighted you asked. It's my favorite story. Every Sarkorian tribe must have a shaman who welcomes the newborn, bids farewell to the departed, gathers people for celebrations, and communes with the gods. Such is the way of things, but Gundren hadn't had a shaman for a whole generation. The people thought the goddess had abandoned us, but they themselves had long forgotten how to worship her. The sacred grove had filled with wicked things, and it had been many years since anyone had entered the shrine. I was a little tot, must have been no older than 5 when my grandma let me out of her sight and I ended up in the sacred grove. Everyone knew that place meant certain death, yet I reached the very doors of the shrine and came back. Not a hair on my head had been harmed. The look in her amber eyes is triumphant. Serena kept me safe on my journey. I remember her white fluffy tail. I kept seeing glimpses of it ahead of me, and I remember the smell of apples in fall. You know, those big red ones, the ones that only turn sweet after the first frost hits. After that, Serena began sending me visions, and eventually I took up the vacant post as shaman here in Gundren. She sighs. I remember like it was yesterday. The warm, rough surface of the shrine's door under my fingers. I wish I could touch it just one more time. Are you descended from the shamans of this place? I don't know. She looks perplexed for the first time since you met her. I think I am. Would the goddess have spoken to anyone else? I'm sure the blood of Sarkorian shamans flows through me. How did you learn about the traditions? One can learn much by paying attention to the words of elders and reading the right books. When I was little, I learned all the Sarkorian tales by heart about the Griffin brother, the bear people, the black mage. It's also enthralling. And when I grew up, grandmother gave me the books she had inherited from her grandmother. So that's how it is, books and grandmother's tales. That's all that's left of our people. He laughs bitterly. Not even 100 years have passed. What's your opinion of Savorn? It's obvious we don't get along too well, isn't it? Whenever I see him coming along the road, I already know the two of us are going to fight like cats and dogs. I just can't stand it. Every part of me rebels against his disregard for our tradition, mages, Numerian technology. He drags anything and anyone into his so-called clan without a second thought. All that matters is that it works. Ancestral experience be damned. What he doesn't understand is that the body must be one with the soul. One cannot give up on your heart to save your body and remain yourself. Why? Just look at the hunger that moves. It looks all right. The shell is alive, but peer inside and you'll see a terrifying void. That's harsh. Comparing a corpse stuffed with flies to your own chieftain, he chuckles. But sorcerers and Numerians, metalsmiths, they're no laughing matter. You're right about that. Thank you. I hope my words will help you. Okay. So. We've learned a great deal. Let's go. Oh, we can't do that. Is there any fixing this bridge out of curiosity? No, he is fixing the bridge. It would have been so much faster to get to the other side. Okay. Do I have to go? Oh, it is going to take me all the way around. Okay. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. But instead, let's get all the stuff that we need for the potions. I just kind of want to get that done before we go explore the forest. I need some of the items on this list. Some poor souls turned himself invisible. The merchant studies the list intently. Nothing rare, not even going to charge you. I wonder why that chap wants to be visible again, considering the many clear advantages. You know what? Tell him to come over. Why trouble Yasena about some potions? Tell the unfortunate he's actually quite fortunate. And that Erson Cray has an excellent business proposal for him. I have to go. Okay. Hold on a moment. There's a small matter of business I'd like to discuss with you. Tell me what kind of business first. Fair enough. Information first, decision later. You're a shrewd one. I could see that right away, and that's the reason I'm making this proposal. I suppose you've heard about the trouble at the Wolf Goddess's temple by now? In case you haven't, here it is in a nutshell. For a long time now, the temple has been besieged by demons. The goddess's power prevents them from getting in, but they have no intention of leaving either. I've managed to find out that the demons are likely coveting a certain knickknack that's inside the temple. Well, knickknack is one way of putting it. Some might prefer ancient relic. It really is just an old piece of wood with rich history, but as long as it stays in the temple, those monsters won't leave the town in peace. If you happen to get inside sometime, take a good look around. Ideally, I would like to acquire this item, but I would also welcome any information. Is it actually in the temple? What does it look like? Where is it being kept? Get the idea? I'm prepared to pay handsomely. I have to go. Nah, I'm not thrilled. I'm not gonna lie. That idea does not spark joy. I need this. Right. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now, let's go see if Savorn can help me with the last part. So then that way... What? Oh, okay. I thought somebody got hurt for a second there. So then that way we can go and hopefully cure this guy of his, affliction. Savorn, I need to talk to you about one of your people. Greetings, hero of hazy prophecy. Have you had a look around? How do you like Gundren? It's rather nice here. Come on now, you don't have to praise our land out of politeness like someone's child. He peers into your face. Or are you truly enjoying your stay? Good then, not many who visit us can truly appreciate it. Yasena asks for something from this list. He looks at the note with a frown. If Yissa wants to help that dimwit, I won't object, except that I'm sick to the back teeth of him. His antics may be minor, but this molehill's already grown into a mountain. Tell him to come to me for the cure. I'll lock him up, let him sit and think a while. Trust me, a day or two spent pondering his life choices will do wonders for him. Okay. Well, everybody wants to do something for this guy. So now if I go talk to this guy, is he going to have options on what to do? I gotta see if he'll go see her. Let me check the quest log. Okay. See, we can punish or... No. I'm gonna go to Yissa on this one. I'm so far big fan of hers and would rather deal with her personally. Whether or not that plays into the ending, I know you're like, Ulbrich is a DLC. Like, logically, I know that, but I kind of just expected him to be a companion built into the base game kind of DLC, not having a whole new area and like all of this extra stuff. Like, this feels like the other DLCs for this game feel, which is insane to me, like how much extra content there is. I have everything you asked for. Wonderful, in such a short time too. Yasena leaves for a little while, then returns with a small bottle in hand. Tell him to drink this and all will be as it should. May the great Serena bless him. Okay. Back to the other guy. Whew. Here we go. I probably should have just left one person in front of him, but that's fine. I like it that like we're like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. After this though, we should be good to go into the woods. All right, invisible man, let's talk. Don't keep me here in the dark, sister. Did you find anything but me? Are you gonna start drinking again once you're visible? Me? Drink? Not a drop. I never again. Please help. The potion you drank was spoiled from being stored for too long. Really? You know, it did have that exquisite moldy notes to it. It's an abrupto potion. An invisible hand snatches the potion from your finger and you hear several greedy gulps. That's an interesting flavor. Raspberry? Wolfer? Is it? The man who materializes before you looks overjoyed. My body! My dear old body! Thank you, thank you. For now on, I'll be drinking only the tried and true stuff. I swear. I mean, I won't be drinking anything at all. I swear on Serena's tail I won't. Okay. Dude, are you done now? Is there anything else with him? Thank you for saving me from now on. Okay. He's gonna be fine, y'all. I have a feeling this man is gonna be just fine. I don't trust the other guy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The merchant, I don't trust him. Wait, where are we going? How do I get up there? Hold on. Wait. You
dare.
Hold on. Isn't that... So what's here? Is it like this area that I need to go to? Cause that...
Can't hide from me.
Okay. Animated right. So like...
I'm off.
No. So what does the journal say? Okay, yeah. Okay. Quarantine. Vengeance in Sarkorian. No. Is this? Okay. Mm. No, 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 no. Okay. Middle. It's literally called middle game. Mythic? Oh yeah, I can go visit my court now. So you're... I'm just trying to find the final sunset of winter. So more people... Alright, this quarantine. We're supposed to go into the woods. Right? Wait, there's a talk to Arabeth one? Oh. Yes, I gotta help her with that. Any link could be crucial. Attack out of nowhere. Okay. And I gotta go see... Okay, so this. It's come... Okay. Moves. What is it? Most likely the vile creature has a new nest somewhere in the town's vicinity. Okay. So... Oh, was it here? And then I'm supposed to go out here? Was that it? That might be it. This is Drunkard. This is... Yes. It's the Chieftain's house. I don't think there's anything like up here. So the only thing I can think of is this. So we'll see what's here, and then if there's anything on like the other... Yeah, I bet this is what we need. Because I think going back here would just take us back to like the main zone. Okay. What is all this?
I do what I must.
Okay. We'll go this way. Who are you? Oh, okay.
I'm gone.
Sorry. You told me to keep my eyes to myself. My eyes were on myself. It's a wolf! I think I'm going the right way now. Still alive, you mangy mutt. Toss her aside. Our master will deal with her later and bite off the heads of these irritating... I don't know what they were calling me. Oh, no. Okay. Time to fight. Aha, there. Okay, so glad we came this way because I would have gotten lost. Like, I probably would have walked this for like the next half hour. But looks like we got to fight those guys and then we'll be good to go into the woods. So once we fight them, which they've kind of turned invisible, I think we're going to camp just to be safe because like spell slots and stuff like that. Health, it's all dwindled.
See Sarkorian green again.
To be broken.
Ish. It's all dwindled-ish. So, I think we fight, we sleep, hopefully, and then we go into the woods.